This is Brian Dolby reporting at the Mobile World Congress. I'm joined by Seth Newbury, who is the General Manager of the Open Mobile Alliance. Seth, we're here at the Small Cells Forum actually, but you've just given a presentation. What were some of the main points you were making?
Well, the Small Cell Forum is a partner organization with the Open Mobile Alliance. So some of the points I was making were the interlock between the work on the technical side that OMA is doing with application programmer interfaces that the Small Cell Forum will ultimately be using in deploying their platforms.
Now, you've got a pretty exciting week yourselves here at Barcelona.
We do. We've got a great set of demos. We've got 10 of our member companies who are some of the biggest names in the industry showing 13 demos about applications that they're actually either deploying or planning to deploy that are built on the lower level protocols that OMA specifies in its work.
So it's quite an interesting, I think it's a sellout event, isn't it?
I'm afraid we're well oversubscribed. Next year we're going to do it again, but we're going to do it a lot larger. Fantastic. Tell us a bit more about the OMA and its role in the industry. Well, for those people who really aren't familiar with standards, anytime that you make a telephone call, a mobile call, any kind of call, the whole network itself has to operate interoperably with known parameters in the protocol in order to make the phone call complete. And so standards organizations, by and large, are developed around that principle. Open Mobile Alliance creates what we call service enablers, which are small protocols that underlie a lot of the basic kinds of applications that you might use in your phone. For example, device management allows the operator to actually control or download or add software to the device that you use in your mobile network. We have another one in location-based protocols, which actually allows the network to transport information about where you are to the operator servers and back to the devices. So we've got a whole series of those. We've really got about a dozen working groups doing different things along those lines.
And you've got some real heavyweight names among the membership.
We do. Virtually all of the big operators that you've known and many of the big suppliers that serve them. So AT&T, Deutsche Telekom, Telefonica, Telecom Italia, China Mobile, China Unicom, many of our operator members, along with Samsung, Ericsson, and many others like Huawei, ZTE. Yeah, a very large array of members from across the globe attend OMA and contribute work items to the OMA's work program.
Well, I'm sure they're all here this week. It's been an amazing show. Just looking at trends, I see a real strength in M2M here this year.
I think M2M is one of the really exciting trends, and there's a lot of people thinking and working about M2M. I know when you come to Mobile World Congress, you sort of tend to think about just mobile phones and mobile applications, but if you roll that forward just a little bit, pretty much every device that's in your daily life is going to be intelligent. It's going to be network connected. Your refrigerator, your health monitor, your scales, all these sorts of things are going to be smart in one way or another, and you need protocols to control those and to get that data back and forth. And so OMA has a lot of those protocols in its portfolio that we're contributing to organizations like 1M2M, which is a big new initiative going on, supported by many of the national standards development bodies. So a lot going on in M2M, and we're part of that.
Great. Well, it sounds like you've achieved a lot, but you've got a lot more ahead of you by the looks of it.
Well, you know, this is a decades-long process, really, if you think about it. I mean, think of where you were 5 years ago and think of where you are today, and many of the things that you are able to do today on your phone, you're able to do because of some OMA enabler.
Fantastic. Well, thanks for joining us.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.